Jalen Hurts loved this kid to death. Big fan of Jalen Hurts since he was at Alabama. Even when he got transferred, this dude is not a starting quarterback, guys. He's not. I'm sorry. Jalen Hurts can't throw the ball across the middle at all. Will not do it. He will. It's not that he won't. He can't. Listen, he needs to. Before Jalen Hurts' career turned into him being a backup quarterback, I hope he go to someone like Peyton Manning camp or something. Do something where you can throw passes 30 yards down the field across the middle. Because if you can't do that, that means that you cannot be a starting quarterback. I do not care who you are. I love this kid. I do. Jalen Hurts, he's not elite. He's not in the Josh Allens. He's not in the Patrick Mahomes. This is not the same type of quarterback he is. What he is a good quarterback. That's what he is. He's a good quarterback. That's it. He's not great. He's not elite. He's just good. He's a dual threat. He can do a lot of good things, but he's not elite, guys. Stop this. We're done with this. Now, it wasn't just the offense coordinator fault. It was Jalen's fault, A.J. Brown's fault, and that team is not even getting along. And here's why they're not getting along, Philly. Y'all can take this to wherever y'all want to take this at. That's okay, King say. Y'all can take this to wherever y'all want to take this at. If you ain't getting along as a team, if your receivers don't trust the quarterback, forget about it. You're not going to win. It's just that simple. Now, I'm going to be honest. He hit A.J. Brown in the hand more than once, and he dropped the ball. There was a lot of receivers for Philadelphia dropping the ball yesterday, mostly because the ball wasn't perfectly thrown, but it was catchable. It was catchable. I'm gonna share something. So here's my thing, Philadelphia. You might want to start with Nick Sirianni. Him arguing with his player on the sideline is just not a good thing. That's just it. You need to get rid of. You might want to just move on from A.J. Brown because A.J. Brown is trying to tell you guys in his own little way that Jalen Hurts is not elite. He's trying to tell you that. It ain't the coaches you're mad at. That's part of it. It's him too. Y'all gotta understand. Y'all gotta understand what I'm talking about. This is not a criticism on Philadelphia. If Philadelphia wants to stay on top, they better fix this shit. Because if you're going to, the OC was running coach suggestions the whole game, either way it go. If you want to win, you got to fix this. Howie, you got to fix this. Much love and much respect for Howard Rose, me guys. You got to fix this. This is a problem. This is a problem. And I don't care where you start at. I don't care where you start at. You got to fix this. Because Philadelphia, you have a problem. And if y'all don't think I'm kidding, that team is going to fall apart if you don't fix this. I'm just telling y'all. So we're done with this on social media talking about Jalen Hurts is elite. He's top 5 quarterback because he's not. He's not. It's just that simple. I'm sorry. I cannot hold it back anymore. As much as I love that kid, he is not top 5 of nothing. I'm just telling you. He's just a good quarterback, guys. Let's keep him there because that's what he at. And there's nothing wrong with being there. You fans tried to make him elite. Jalen Hurts just want to play football. He just want to play football. He's a good quarterback. I would never take that away from him, but he's not elite. Nick Sirianni, you might as well give that championship to Vic Fangio because that's who deserves it. Vic Fangio defense and Vic Fangio coaching, that's what's up. That's what's up. I mean, I said it myself, the minute that somebody can score points, Philly was going to have a problem. Philly had a problem. The 49ers beat them yesterday, and the 49ers beat them. I told y'all that game was going to come down to who coaches does what. Shanahan was the man yesterday. It's just that simple. And the 49ers continue to win games losing players. Hey, man, all hats off to the 49ers, hats off to the San Francisco 49ers, hats off to the Philadelphia Eagles for getting back to the playoffs again. I hope they get some things fixed, but all these narratives that you guys are trying to push, about Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles, just stop it. Just stop doing it. Become the team that made you get there before. And become the fan base that made you get there before. Because Philadelphia fan base, they're going to be hollering for Nick Sirianni to be fired. They're going to be hollering for a lot of different things. I'm just telling you right now. And they should be. They should be. Because I let this go on all year long. I didn't say a word. I stopped talking about Philly after week 8 because I seen it. And everybody else seen it too. But nobody wanted to say it. So I just let it all play out. Now, I'm getting ready to bring up a panel. And this panel is going to be about the Jacksonville Jaguars and their fan base. But first, let me talk about Jacksonville. You cannot leave Josh Allen 4 minutes. Are you insane? You scored too fast. But that's the inexperience because of your coach. Your coach is inexperienced, and it showed yesterday. I don't give a damn. If you hadn't been watching film, you don't give Josh Allen that kind of shit. I mean, you don't do that. Hold on, Mr. White. Oh, I don't know who's inviting who, but y'all listen up. I'm finna bring this panel up. And where's A-Train? Okay, A-Train definitely coming up. I'm telling y'all right now. A-Train, you here?
Yes, sir.
A-Train, I'm gonna give you first dibs, dude.
Okay, perfect.
I'm gonna give you first dibs, but I'm telling you guys, Jacksonville fans that are in the audience or on the panel, I'm gonna tell you, Gridiron. I know you wasn't one of the people who was talking shit. Keep me wasn't one of the people that was talking shit. We ironed out all our differences, and these guys started talking football with me, right?
Right.
The whole point is, I'm just being honest with y'all. I see Mr. White in the panel. I'm gonna bring him up in just a second, but before I do, no, you know what? No, I'm not. A-Train, hold on. No, I'm not. I'm gonna do this. Joes, I see you out there. I see all you guys in the panel. I want to get the Jacksonville stuff out the way before I bring you guys up. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna say this before I say anything. Gridiron, mute your phone for me.
Yes, sir. Got you.
All right, so I'm just gonna say this from the beginning. And I want y'all to hear me when I say this. Everybody here, pay attention. I'm telling you. When the season started, Jacksonville, to me, was an up and coming team, and still is a team that I actually wanted to cheer for because they had came out of the goddamn dumpster and they was doing something for themselves. It's a team like Denver, because Denver was like this last year. Like Denver had just made the playoffs, and even though they was my arch enemy, I was happy they hadn't made the playoffs in freaking forever. I mean, they made the playoffs. They lost to Buffalo in the first round. It doesn't matter. They made the playoffs. Now, their whole goal in life was to make the playoffs. Then after they did that, then the next season, which is this season, win the division, make the playoffs. Well, number 1 seed was just a cherry on the top. And because that's progress. See, every team has to make progress. Every team makes progress. And some of those teams, even the Chicago Bears, before I met their fans, they were making progress. I was cheering for them. I actually went to a Chicago Bears to see Justin Fields play. I went to their game. Chicago beat the San Francisco 49ers in the first game of the season. I loved it. And then, it was just some crazy stuff, man, because I like cheering for teams who've been at the bottom for so long. And then they started making their way back to the top, right? For some strange reason, somewhere along the lines, I stopped cheering for Jacksonville. I stopped cheering for Chicago because of their fan bases. See, that's the sick part about it, how fan bases can just make you just despise the team. A-Train, I'm gonna let you have it, bro. I'm gonna let you have it.
I said what I said yesterday, and there was a good reason for that, right? Hold on real quick. And you know what? I painted the narrative because I know everyone's kind of sick of the yapping, and it was time for them to put up or shut up. And what were the end results to that, Swag? When Trevor Lawrence needed to have that clutch factor, when he needed to be the guy, when all the weight was on his shoulders, what happened to Trevor Lawrence? He crumbled. Yeah, we wanted to talk about how he was a top echelon. You know, he's had a resurgence in his career. You know, he's that guy now. Well, when the Brights were big, what happened? He choked. He has no clutch factor. He wants to be in a top 10 talk. He wants to be in the MVP talk. The man did not show up when it mattered most. I don't care how good of a game he played up until that point. And this defense that I heard about all season, right? This top-notch defense, this top 5, top 3 defense, right? Where was Travion Walker yesterday? Where was Hines Allen yesterday? Because y'all been talking and you've been glazing these guys up like they're top tier, top echelon, all pros, and top MVP contenders. When the lights were big and they were bright, Trevor Lawrence choked.
So my question is, one of my biggest issues that I had was calling Lynn Cohen a mastermind. That was my biggest issue. You know, they lost by 3 points, 4th-and-1 in the first half. Just kick the field goal. But you go for it and you don't get it. That's not mastermind, that's analytics. See, because me personally, I'm going to kick that damn field goal. You know why? Because I'm playing against Josh fucking Allen. I want every point. We had a conversation on this show yesterday, and SLT was on here talking about Josh Allen, and I was like, you guys need to respect Josh Allen. Like you can't take it out. But A-Train, everything that you said was correct. But the truth of the matter is, it wasn't just that. I also said, A-Train, that the Buffalo Bills weren't going to run the ball. They were going to throw the ball because they knew that the secondary was weak. Everybody throw the ball on the Jacksonville Jaguars because they know the secondary is weak. But they thought that they had a good run-stopping defense, and which is cool because they stopped the run, but Buffalo wasn't trying to run on them. They was trying to throw on them. And Josh Allen did just that. But when you put that big-ass quarterback on the goal line and just tell him to go get it, he go get it. Look, you scored too fast. It's 4 minutes in the game. You gave Josh Allen that much time? You don't want to do that, dude. You're asking yourself for an ass whooping. But I'm going to say this. Josh, which is K, yeah, you had to hear a lot of shit about your boys yesterday. You there?
Yeah, I'm here. You know, I'm always here.
You had to hear a lot of shit about your boys yesterday.
Yeah.
I mean, and you was texting me during the game, and not any point in that game, I felt that Buffalo was gonna lose. Not any point.
And to the Jacksonville Jaguar fans that talk shit, it's levels to this shit. Y'all just seen it. It's levels to it.
Well, hold on. Here's one thing. When you say levels, see, things I was trying to tell Jacksonville fans was it's levels to it. You had won your division. Now I know you all guys heard Coach Conner. All you guys heard Jazz Crew say Lynn Cohen was the best coach the Jacksonville Jaguars ever had. But yet Peterson got them to the divisionals. Lynn Cohen got them home in the first round of 13-14. I kept trying to tell them the regular season doesn't matter. When you get into the playoffs, which is something they hadn't done in a long time, and you play teams like Buffalo or you play teams like New England, you play good teams, they're going to show you that you ain't ready yet. Now, You had the ball with 50 seconds and one of the best field goal kickers in the game. All you got to do is get 27 yards, maybe 30. You can tie that game. But wait, your field goal kicker had already missed one, 54 yards. See, it's different in the playoffs. And believe me, Brady, if he wants to run the ball on you, he's going to just line up and say, we're going to run it on you. No, they was trying to throw the ball on Jacksonville. How many people watch Buffalo? Mr. K, you watch Buffalo. Yeah, that's your team, right? K, that's your team, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Did it look like the game plan was
Hell no.
Your running back? Let me ask Coach Cummings.
The game plan going in was Josh, put on your cape and throw the ball.
Okay,
so that was the game plan.
So back to you, Mr. White. When you say things like that, you don't take it out of context, because the Buffalo Bills game plan was to throw the ball. Go ahead.
I get that, but like I was saying, back to the inexperience, because we were having multiple blown coverages on, like, the Keon Coleman showed up yesterday. Didn't see him all season on a 30-yard bomb on a blown coverage in the first half. Then you got Cooks on another bomb that I'm saying that hurt us. You got a 3rd and 10 to Shakir with multiple missed tackles off a wide receiver screen that go for 12, 13 yards to pick up a first down. Like, my defense, my inexperience of my defensive coordinator showed at the wrong time, and my inexperience of my offensive coordinator / head coach showed at the wrong time. I'm not blaming Trevor Lawrence. The first interception was on him. Pre-snap showed one coverage, post-snap showed another coverage. He threw the ball based off what he saw pre-snap, but based off what he saw post-snap. You want to crucify him for that? All wasn't good. Can't really defend him for that one. The second one to end the game, it hit him in the hands. It tip passes, it end up and goes in the other hands when it's a tip pass. Can't really give no slack for that. We played well enough to win. Like I said, it's just a flat out inexperience, because we would have got those 3 points when it was needed off the turnover in the first half. We wouldn't have been in that position for Trevor Lawrence to have to save us. We put Trevor Lawrence in that position to have to save us yet again.
I'm gonna share with you how I texted this in the group yesterday. You're not in the group, but I texted in the group yesterday that basically Jacksonville just punched their chance of winning. I didn't say it like that, but that's what I was saying. And here's why. Not only did you go for it on 4th down, Mr. White, when you didn't get it, Buffalo drove all the way down the field and scored a touchdown. That's a big flip. I mean, like it's the same thing that we were trying to tell you guys when y'all was talking all that shit. You're not ready yet. We don't care how many games you win in the regular season. When you start talking about teams that has been in the playoffs so many years, and they understand that, hey, like running Tootin, I thought that was genius. You should have kept doing it, but you couldn't keep doing it for the simple ones. Buffalo adjusted to it. Then when they adjusted to it, they put it all back on Trevor Lawrence, like, go get us. And he was doing fine until the game was on the line, because it's different when the game is on the line. See, let me share something with y'all about what it means to have playoff experience. And let me share something with y'all that nobody's talking about on social media. Matthew Stafford drove his team down and scored a touchdown. Mr. White, do you know what Matthew Stafford told Devontae Adams before he went on the field? I'm going to quote it to you. Let's go take these motherfuckers' heart. That's when you know you're ready for the playoffs. I mean, like, that's exactly what Devontae Adams said Matthew Stafford told him before they drove down the field against Carolina. Let's go take these motherfuckers' heart. That's a difference. Playoff is a difference.
Totally
it ain't the
different.
regular season. We don't care. You can be the number 1 seed in the regular season. Who cares? You can be the number 2. You can be the number 1, number 2. Nobody cares. The only thing that carries is, are you gonna play playoff football? Now, since Lynn Coleman's never won a playoff game, you start from scratch next year. If you get to the playoffs,
but it's the choke narrative that get me that he choked shit. That was diabolical.
Trevor Lawrence, why throw the pass?
Because you have 0 timeouts, you got to get down the field, Swag.
So
he threw it in the middle of the field. That was horrible.
Hold on, Swag. Let me. Come on now. What if you have 0 timeouts left because you drain them all so they can score. Letting them score was the smartest thing you can do. I'm hearing people saying, why did you let them score? Letting Buffalo score was the smartest thing you could have did, because trying to keep them out the end zone and having them score with 20 seconds left on the clock was not going to help at all. So going down the field with no timeouts left, and that pass is just what it was. It was what got me was the play call. It was the whole game, Swag, we doing pre-snap motion. We were trying to at least figure out what Buffalo doing on the defensive side. You can at least say that. You cannot tell me a single drive you did not see at least one pre-snap motion. Somebody at least going from one side of the field to the other side to at least figure out what Buffalo defense is in. That last drive was no pre-snap motion. It was just hike, go. And then boom, it hit his hands and he dropped it. And then the other
okay, Mr. White, I hear you, but you know where's the mastermind in that?
That's what Swag, I've been saying since I got on here, the inexperience from the coaching staff why we lost this game. I said that. I started my basis of this argument that.
You did say that. You said that. But let me ask you a question. Is he a mastermind?
I never want to say. I told you I wasn't.
No. Yes, you did.
I told you when Jazz Crew said that shit was premature, and you said that was
no. Hey, Mr. White.
I'm still riding with that. That shit is premature.
Mr. White, you said, and I quote many times, I kicked you off my show because you kept calling him a mastermind. You did. I said, stop calling him a mastermind.
Swag, I think he didn't say that, because I remember when Mr. White was in, he said that's a premature take by
Swag, I gotta side with Mr. White here.
Yeah, we side with him.
Yeah, one time. I heard what you said that show. I'm not talking about that show. I have heard Mr. White call Lynn Coleman a mastermind more than once. So I know I heard it. I mean, so I heard him call. I'm just saying, if you're a mastermind, this is when you gotta shine. This is the moments on the line. What play can I call that will get him? Now you gotta understand something. You said they had no timeouts. I get that. They had no timeouts. But I'm sorry, coming from people on this panel who've seen somebody who had 3 timeouts in only 13 seconds, we don't want to hear it. We don't want to hear it. Because here's the deal. I got a minute with no timeouts, and I got a field goal kicker who can kick this bitch from the kingdom come, right? I need 30 yards. I got first down. That play is not there. Let me throw this ball away and go to the next play. This is the first play of the drive, the very first play.
Yeah, very first.
Just throw it away.
I didn't like Trevor Lawrence on that last.
If that's the case, like I said, that's the inexperience by my coaching staff. Why even draw up a play that has my number one receiver, which is Jacoby Myers, going deep across the middle to start off the play? Why aren't my plays going towards the side?
But it's also Trevor Lawrence.
The emotion going.
To be honest, it's also Trevor Lawrence because you have to think about it. Why would I want to throw it in the middle of the field?
No, that whole play. No,
let me tell you,
everything was going across the middle.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. Yes, everything was going.
Mr. White, what was Trevor? Okay, forget about the play call. Why, if Trevor is going to throw that pass, and you're defending Trevor and blaming it on the coaches, but Trevor threw that ball. The coaches called the play. You got more than one receiver on the route.
Yeah.
Like so. Why did he choose that one?
Yeah, my biggest thing was he should have on the play like that. We have no timeouts. You want to get the ball to the outside of the closer to the sidelines. That's what you want to do. You always want to get the ball close to the sidelines because you want to make sure that you're able to get out of bounds. In the middle of the field was horrible. I just thought that was a horrible pass, and it showed. Which I even said if Trevor Lawrence turned the ball over, we're not winning the game. Which after that first interception, I felt like it was, yeah.
I just want you to know. Here's the thing, Mr. White. Everything that you're speaking with, the majority of it, 90% of what you're saying, this is all we want you to do anyway. But instead, you went out and talked a lot of shit about Jacksonville, and you pissed a lot of fan bases off because they was like, hey, hold on, Jacksonville ain't done shit yet. They hadn't done a thing. We was trying to tell y'all, I didn't even have you making the playoffs, but some people was at least saying, they're a first-round exit. Swag out, they're going to make the playoffs, but they're a first-round exit. How didn't y'all not see that? How did you not see that? I mean, so let me explain. You just said it yourself, Mr. White. Inexperience on the coaching staff. We saw that from the very beginning before y'all even did anything. Inexperience from the coaching staff. Inexperience from your quarterback. Inexperience from your team. You ain't never – you only experienced – the last time you experienced this, Trevor Lawrence was the quarterback. But I don't remember too many people that were still on that team that was on this team right here.
What you mean? You mean
first year? It's about 2022.
I'm talking when y'all played against the Chiefs in the divisional. I don't know how many. I know ETN was on the team.
I think ETN, Josh Hines, Allen.
Offensively, Trevor Lawrence and Travis Etienne were the only two pieces that were still there from the moment they got there.
Josh Allen was on the team.
But I also
do Swag. Defensively, you still had Trayvon Walker was rookie year. You had Josh Hines Allen. You had Dewey Wingard was still there. You had Devon Hamilton was still there. You had I can go on. Devin Lloyd was there. You had pieces that was still there. Offensively, the only players that was there from that 2022 year was Trevor Lawrence and Travis Etienne. Offensively.
So defensively, you had a lot of players there. So the defense should have absolutely knew that Josh Allen was going to put his tape on. For sure.
Like I said, inexperience on both sides of the ball. Because why are we doing cover two and like the touchdown to what was that Kincaid that caught that touchdown? That was a blown coverage by my all-pro linebacker Devin Lloyd. You wait till now to play your worst game at the Roche time. Like I say, inexperience by situations such as that.
So you play your worst game. Did Buffalo have anything to do with that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, of course, he had to catch the ball. So what you mean?
No, I remember Jags fans hyping this guy up like he's a defensive player of the year. That's what I heard earlier on this season.
He was all pro for a reason. We're not gonna act like he just got there for just being there because he put on the helmet. He was all pro for a reason.
But this is when he needed to shine the brightest, right, Mr. White? This is when he needed to shine the brightest, right?
Yeah, like I said, the same for the offensive players for Buffalo. What do we mean? At the end of the day, team won, team lost. It is what it is. We lost.
No. You're not going to take shit away from Buffalo. They came into Jacksonville, beat our ass. It's as simple as that.
No, they didn't beat our ass.
That wasn't our ass.
It wasn't an ass whooping, Swag.
No ball, Swag. That take right there. It wasn't no ass whooping. It was a good game, bro. We only lost
when I say
4 lead teams in the fourth quarter.
No, stop. Mr. White, when I say beat your ass, the reason why I say that it's not necessarily about the way they won the game. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about all the shit talking you, Jazz Crew, and all the rest of them did. That's beating your ass because you had to watch Trevor Lawrence choke his ass off on the last play of that game and then you had to say, fuck. I didn't talk all this shit, and they got eliminated in the first round. I'm not talking about like a blowout. That's not what I'm saying, Coach. So I feel y'all on that. I'm talking about you had to literally eat that shit right then and there. Because it ain't nothing. And let me tell you something. You should be giving Buffalo a lot of credit. A lot of credit. And the reason why I say that is because Buffalo came in, took everything that you had, and then gave it back. They showed you what playoffs was all about. Let's be honest. Every time Jacksonville would score, I bet you felt warm and fuzzy inside until next 3 minutes, and Buffalo was returning the favor right back. Because they were showing you this is what playoff football is about. Now, I also said this, keep me and Mr. White, y'all would agree, and Gridiron. I've also said, if you do not win the turnover battle with Jacksonville, you're going to lose. Buffalo won the turnover battle, didn't they?
Hey, you know,
They
we
definitely
did.
won the turnover, but we just did. Oh, go ahead.
Hey, keep me Mr. White. We ain't beat your ass, but you know what we did? We took your fucking chain and your fronts. Took all of that from y'all. Took all your jewelry off y'all. And you're not getting it back.
You got a dub.
Y'all won.
Debo. You won. We did.
So here's the thing. Keep me.
Not gonna act like y'all just slaughtered us.
Mr. White, you don't understand. It was a slaughter in your minds. Not a slaughter on the field. Because see, right now, you got to deal with that shit. Every panel you go on, every show you go on, they're going to remember how you just didn't give no other team credit against Jacksonville. You are not doing it right now. Buffalo came into Jacksonville, took a team that had won 8 in a row, and gave them everything back that they can give, and took it from them in the end, because that's what they did. They took it from you because you had it. They took it. They just said, you know what? Give me the ball. Just think about it. Josh Allen threw a 40-yard bomb on y'all on a winning drive. Just think about that.
Hey, Swag.
Yeah, I
Swag. Go ahead, Coach.
Nah, listen. All I think a lot of us were trying to say is the job isn't finished yet, right? You cannot talk shit if the job is not finished yet, right? I'm not telling you don't acknowledge your accomplishments you might have gotten in the course of you doing the job. I'm not telling you to ignore them, but what I'm telling you is the job is not finished yet. And all I kept saying all season was, dog, yes, you're having a good season. Yes, you guys are having a good season. You are exceeding expectations, but the job isn't finished. The way, I'm not going to say all, because it definitely wasn't all. I met some level-headed, football fans first who liked the Jacksonville Jaguars. It wasn't all, but some of the Jacksonville Jaguar fan base, you guys had gotten so obnoxious that people were wishing on your downfall because of how obnoxious you guys were getting. You guys started putting people in comparison to people who have already earned gold jackets. You started putting coaches. You started putting coaches ahead of people who already got gold. Like, you guys were just so fucking delusional. And the point is that the job isn't finished yet. Do not put the carriage is not going to pull the horses, man. Unless it's going backwards off a cliff. And in that case, you don't want the carriage pulling the horses. And you got to be realistic when it comes to football. And I said this the other day on Swag's Lab, and I always say it, when you enter the realm of the playoffs, I do not have to have a better team than you. I only have to play better than you that day. Period. My team does not have to be better than yours. No, they do not. But they have to play better that day. And yesterday, the Buffalo Bills as a team in its totality played better than the Jacksonville Jaguars. Whether or not they're a better team, that is fucking irrelevant.
I'm gonna say
They
this.
played better that day.
I'm gonna say this though, Mr. White. You got my respect. You came on the show after they lost. This is why you might wanna. I always tell my kids this all the time. Be aware of who you with, because the whole point of it is you can go live Jazz Crew by yourself, but that's easy. Now, when you get on those panels talking all that shit like you was doing before, because Coach is right. I don't miss no harm on Jacksonville at all, man. I actually see some greatness in Jacksonville. But I even say it when y'all start talking so much goddamn shit to the point where I don't even want to say nothing good about Jacksonville. I had half of my damn show people coming on here thought because I was hating on Jacksonville. No, man, that's the whole point. I didn't dislike Jacksonville at all. Matter of fact, to be honest with you, there's only really one team in the NFL that I dislike as a team, and that's Dallas. Everybody else, I'm pretty cool with. But you made me just like the Chicago Bears were making me dislike Chicago. Like it's insane. In other words, instead of just saying, "Man, we had a great year. Let's talk some football." That's that. But no, y'all go on panel after panel after panel after panel, just talking cash shit about Jacksonville. We better than this team. We better than that team. We better than this team. We better than that team. And I'm like, are you kidding me?
Were they lies though? Were we not better than the team that we said?
Where you at?
I get all that, but still,
where you at?
Nah, but Mr. White, that's the point that's the point I remember I had you and Jazz Crew on here, right? I had you and Jazz Crew on here. And I remember y'all was saying, how come we don't get our respect, this, that, and the third, right? And I gave you a comparison. I gave y'all the history of the Cincinnati Bengals, right? And I said, now as Jacksonville Jaguar fans, do you respect Cincinnati? You and Mr. Jazz Crew said no. And then my rebuttal to that was, then why are you expecting the rest of the NFL sports world to respect Jacksonville? If you as Jacksonville fans don't even respect Cincinnati. And in the history of their totality, actually, they have a better history than you because they own 3 Lamar Hunt trophies. And y'all said y'all did not respect them. But you expected everybody else to bow down and respect Jacksonville because of one good season. But one good regular season because of one good regular season at that.
Mr. White, I gave you your props, man. But you know what I just realized about you? You gonna be a fanatic no matter what. It's nothing nobody can say on this panel to get you to stop being a fanatic because you're already there. Forget about anything else, because here's my thing. I'm just gonna be straight up with you. You can actually be a good debater if you stop being such a fucking fanatic. The whole point.
You actually know ball.
No, listen. Just listen to me.
You like a lion though. But it's not like
this is something I need you to understand. This is something I need you to understand.
Like be for real.
Mr. White, I need you to shut up right now. I need you to shut up because I'm gonna actually give you your props, but then I'm gonna take it away. See what I'm gonna say is, if you start watching the entire NFL and actually start looking at different teams other than Jacksonville, and you can see how different teams develop players, good coaches, not what you see on ESPN, yourself. You start looking, and then when you start looking, you can see things that maybe you didn't see before, like with Houston. Coach, don't cut me off. Don't cut me off. Don't cut me off. If you cut me off, I'm gonna kick you off the show. Don't cut me off. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking to you. I mean, so I'm trying to get you to understand something. Like when you see Houston, and you see Houston is a great defense, don't say Houston is a great defense because they're a great defense. Say it because you see it. Like it's to say it because you see, you know what? I see Indianapolis. They're actually improving right now. They're doing this and they got a good running game. Say it because you see it. But what separates you is you become such a fanatic about something that you truly believe that isn't true. It's really not true. That's why you can't see it. Don't worry about it. You're not the only one. There's a lot of them around here. You see, you're so blinded by your team to the point where you can't see fit. And we saw it. Everybody saw it. You ain't got no experience. You ain't I heard you on the panel. We going to the bowl. That sound you sound like an idiot. Like what, are you kidding me? You got to have more knowledge than that as a person. Forget about football. As a person, you got to understand if Buffalo ain't never went to a bowl, what makes you think we going to a bowl? Why? Because Buffalo has been staring that bowl in the face for years. And you got to understand that every time they get closer, they're getting better as a team. But what you call them? They choke. Y'all choke Buffalo. Y'all ain't shit. Y'all ain't this. Y'all ain't that. Mahomes on y'all. When you don't really understand that it's a lot of players on that team. It's not just Josh Allen and Mahomes. It's a lot of different coaching staff. They know what they're doing. They're actually professionals. They're good at their shit. If you get in the playoffs, they're good at it. Right? It's not a Cinderella season. You caught everybody by storm. Let me give you the same speech I gave in Philadelphia last year. Now they know you. Now they see you. Now they prepare for you. You ain't gonna catch them by surprise next year. And when you do this time, you're gonna find out just how good your coaching staff is, your team is, because you're no longer off the radar. You're on the radar now, and teams are gonna be paying attention. And since that happens, that means every game you play, you're a playoff team, and they're gonna bring at least a B game. So you're gonna find out that this season, maybe a little bit harder next year. So stop talking your shit and start learning football, and then maybe you can come on anybody's show and give a legitimate take and not just tutor or graze your team so much to the point to where you make us nauseous.
Do I get to respond at any time to any of this? I'm just supposed to just listen to it?
As long as you don't sound like a fan or fanatic.
Okay, so we're not going to do it like I haven't given intelligent football takes about other teams outside of the one that plays in Duval County. We're not going to do that. Make it seem like I just talk about Jacksonville and Jacksonville alone. Like I'm quiet on any. I've been on your show for months. It's not because you only talk about Jacksonville. You're not going to do that. Like are we going to talk football? We can talk football. I gave plenty of articulate takes about other teams outside of the one that plays in Jacksonville. And you yourself have even given me credit for giving intelligent takes about other teams outside of Jacksonville. So I'm confused on why you making it seem like I just
gave you credit again.
I don't know ball.
I just gave you credit again.
You know what? Hold on, Mr. White, because both of us said, because you even heard me say in the background, you do know ball. I do respect your ball knowledge. But where you lose me at is, like my father would say, you have a problem respecting no. You respect yes, but you have a problem respecting no. And I say that to say this, is you have no problem with pointing out all of the positive about Jacksonville. You have no problem with that. Absolutely no problem at all. But you do not accept if somebody points out a factional flaw about Jacksonville. You do not accept that. Now, I've been on panels with you where me and you have gone back and forth. And I didn't say that you were wrong about any of the positive stuff you said about Jacksonville. Never said you was wrong. But if I pointed out a flaw about something the team had, you either ignored it or you made an excuse for it. So all I'm saying is that in the future, it will behoove you to be able to accept criticism and to look at the flaws and accept the flaws as much as you accept the positive part. That's all I'm saying.
And Coach, I can understand that, right? But you can't tell me the sky red and I know it's not. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't tell me Trevor Lawrence's ass and I've seen him go 19-1 to end out the season. You get what I'm saying? Like, you can't say that and I'm supposed to just take the criticism and you telling me that. But I can give you stats to back up why I feel like he's not that. That's all I'm saying.
Right. No, listen. Listen. I'm not talking about somebody just hating, trying to raise bait and talk shit about your team. I'm not talking about that. I am not talking about that at all. Now listen. You can defend that.
Who's your team? That's why this
thing. Yeah. Nah. You can defend that.
When I give an intelligent take, the first thing I hear is, well, who's your team? Then I got to defend my team.
Nah. I get that. Listen, I get that. Now listen, Mr. White. I get that. You can listen, Mr. White. I got no problem with you crashing out, pointing out every definite fucking positive thing about your team when somebody just deliberately hating, rage baiting, trying to start some bullshit. I ain't got no problem. I got no problem. Yo, handle them the best way you know how, brother. Do what you do to them. Leave them in the alley. You know what I mean? Do what you do to them. I'm just speaking upon the interactions that you and I have had, where I have told you specific football facts about the Jacksonville Jaguars, and you didn't want to accept them, and we would go back and debate. That's the only part I'm talking about. Be able to accept the criticism and the flaws as much as you accept the positive. That's all I'm saying. That's it, bro. I told you before, you do know ball. What I say? I said, how I always describe you? I said, nah, Mr. White do know ball. It's just when he comes to Jacksonville, he got a dash of bias in him. Ain't that what I always say?
Yeah,
Always say he got a dash of bias in him.
Yeah, when it comes to the Lord, I feel you.
So listen. I'm gonna say it like this here. I'm a little bit different than Coach. I don't believe Trevor Lawrence is a threat as quarterback. I don't think it's somebody that you should be watching out for. I put him pretty much in until he showed me different. I got him in the same category as I would have any other team that don't make the playoffs that much until he showed me something different. Because here's the thing. I'm sorry. I'm a Chiefs fan. Mahomes didn't get my respect by me just being a Chiefs fan. Mahomes got my respect for how he played against Brady in a losing effort in the AFC Championship game. That's when he got my respect. And from that point on, I've been respecting him from that point on, and he's already had his history. I'm sorry, I don't go off what somebody's stats say. It's not just your stats; it's how you show up in a big game. Because the big game is the only thing that matters. That's how people remember you. Nobody remembers you what you did in the regular season. Let me ask you a question, Mr. White. Who is Dan Fouts? Who is Dan Fouts? If you don't know, just say you don't know.
Before my time, I don't know that now.
All right, so Dan Fouts is a quarterback that was in the NFL that had stats up the ass.
Yep.
I mean, this dude had more stats than you can even blow it. Never won a Super Bowl, never won a big game. And matter of fact, I only went to the AFC Championship once. So when I tell you this, nobody cares about no stats. How you play? Jalen Hurts don't have a lot of stats. He don't. Jalen Hurts probably, if you look at his quarterback, and you'll be like, this dude won a Super Bowl, but he won a Super Bowl and he was the MVP of the Super Bowl.
I'm about to say that Dan Fouts was the all-time leading passer for the NFL before Brett Favre took his spot. So he was the all-time leading passer.
So you see, so your stats are giving stats about Trevor Lawrence. That's cool, but the next thing out of my mouth is how many big games he won, because that's how he's going to be judged. He's not. Do you see how many people remember Dan Fouts? I remember him because I used to love watching him play. Brian Sipe. I mean, all these guys had great stats. They didn't win big games. And if you don't win big games, Mr. White, you just go, you know what? If you don't win big games, you probably won't even make the Hall of Fame. Now, back in the days, your stats would have got you there. But not now. Now it's how can you sell tickets? How many people come to the game to see Trevor Lawrence play? That's how you got to look at it. But you know what? You're a fan of Trevor Lawrence, so I'm not going to take that away from him. I'm just going to say I don't see him the same way. And it's a lot of other people don't either, because he hasn't done anything. And did you hear what I said about Matthew Stafford? Did you hear what I said, what he said? And he went and done it. These things make these guys know that makes them famous. That makes them legit. I'm going to go take these motherfuckers' heart. I ain't going to say that before I step on the field. Bad finger and all. Now, I'm telling you, when you do stuff like that, that's how you get my respect. I mean, that's how you get all these other guys' respect too. They won't say it to you, but it's a fact. That's how you get that's why people get the respect. That's why Brady has the respect. That's why Montana has the respect. That's why Mahomes has the respect. You got to understand, these guys go win big games. In big moments, they shine. They shine, Mr. White. But I get it. I'm not going to take your love for Trevor Lawrence away. I like Trevor Lawrence too, but I don't see him the same way you do. Now, with all that being said, Jazz Crew, I'm not talking to you, Mr. White. Unfortunately, you don't get the same kind of love Mr. White gets. Mr. White just loves his team. He's a fanatic, true enough, but he's going to be all right. You don't know shit. Yeah, you don't know shit. I'm just telling everybody. You don't know a goddamn thing. Like,
Yo,
Swag, if I may,
yeah, you may.
I'd hate to be devil's advocate up to it because every point you made is 110% accurate and clear. The only thing that I give, Mr. White, like, to me personally, you guys got my respect in an aspect because number one, they made a complete turnaround. This was a good season. Ended at that. Now, of course, everybody's going to have to get adjustments. But you know what? I'm scared for one reason that organization might have a healthy, successful 5-year plan. But all we got to do is watch and see. The only saving grace that Trevor Lawrence has is he has a playoff win. He has one. That's the saving grace that he has. Now, it's only about a matter of time until they put that all together and they make a deeper run. But until then, you just got to close the book, say it was a good season, and keep capitalizing. And this is coming from somebody right now that is getting all the bullshit.
I know. I'm sorry about your loss, Jake.
Yeah. Hey, yo, don't worry about it. Jake next. Right? Don't worry about it. Jake next.
And I had it coming, man.
How many times I got an edit coming for you? No.
And I think another thing that I didn't like about my offense yesterday was Cam Little. He hasn't played like in the past couple of weeks, and he had a couple horrible penalties on his out. We haven't had any penalties, but that dude right there, he got to go.
Well,
number 72.
Even with that, we still won the penalty.
What Jacksonville does now with their organization is very key. Like, in other words, where you guys
consistent.
Do you re-sign Trevor Lawrence right now? Because this contract,
he's already signed.
You got to resign.
He already paid. You know, $55 million.
So they did re-sign him?
Yeah, that was before Trent got fired.
So they re-signed Trevor Lawrence already. So that's that they're going with Trevor Lawrence. So therefore, what are you going to do now? Are you going to solidify that defense when you get Travis Hunter back? How are you going to implement it in offense? Or are you going to keep playing offense and defense?
Me and Mr. White would just talk about this. We think Travis Hunter should just stay on the defensive side of the ball. On the offense, we don't really need too much help.
See, my take on it is keep him on, like, stick him on defense at cornerback, but have him as like a reliever receiver. Because he came into the league wanting to play both sides. I feel like if we don't play on both sides, he might request a trade. So put him as that backup receiver when one of our receivers needs a break. Because he's still a good receiver.
Yeah, Jake, I understand that, but
hold on, real quick, guys.
Go ahead.
I just wanted to, I kind of want to end this segment because I just wanted to tell Mr. White a hell of a job by coming back on the show. I had already said if you came in the audience, I was going to bring you up. Like, you need to stop hanging with people like Jazz Pro. I'm telling you brother. I'm telling you right now.
Hey man, I get it, but
you only get sick by staying by being by somebody else is sick.
All I'm saying is you're who you're around. That's all I'm saying. Notice
the fellow flock together.
I mean, like, I hang around those who I'm like. I don't hang around those who I don't like. That makes no sense. Like that. I mean, like, I'm around people who would tell me, you know what, Swag, I don't agree with that.
Hey,
I was on Gill's show yesterday, and some Jaguar fan came up being so delusional. Man, I was like, man, listen, remove this guy, Gill. It was some Jazz fan I ain't never seen before. He came in, my boy live yesterday, and we was like, man, remove this guy.
I'm just saying that if you come up here and you come on anybody's show and you want to talk facts about a team and you can actually take criticism. I just literally gave a whole introduction about the Philadelphia Eagles. Like, and the reason why you don't see a bunch of Philadelphia Eagles jumping on me trying to cut my head off is because I've also built friendships with those guys. I've also, they know I'm not sitting up there trying to just gas their team. They see it too. If I say something about your team, believe me, you see it too. I just say it, and then I'll tell, oh, wait a minute, hold on, no. But anyway, that being said, I want to go to the New England Patriots, guys. Now, they beat the crap out the Chargers last night. But remember when I said this? I tried to tell you guys this. I said, whatever weakness you have is going to show in the playoffs. Now, The Chargers' weakness was their offensive line. It showed. But you know who else? And I'm going to say this to New England fans out there. Y'all know who else the offensive line showed? Yours. I mean, so you won the game, but how many times Drake May was sacked, King say? How many times? How many times? Anybody can tell me? Wait a minute, let me get him up here.
I'm gonna put it up. Hold on. Oh, I got my other phone right here.
That's all I got.
Hey, Swag, I'll drop so King said can come up.
Okay, I'm dropping. I got SLT here, but go ahead and drop
he got sacked. He got sacked 5 times.
So we see now that like I told SLT, you went on the show, but I told New England fans about 5 weeks ago, y'all got an offense. No longer than that. I said y'all got an offensive line problem.
No, we definitely do. We definitely do. I mean, I'm hoping it'll get a little bit better for next week. You know, Will Campbell's his first game back.
What are you talking? Will Campbell was in the game last night.
Yes, I'm saying this is his first game back this week, though.
Oh, okay, I got you.
So you know what I'm saying. So it could be a little rust there. You know what I'm saying. I'm hoping it'll be better. You know, first game, but this is a kind of a newly revamped team. So I'm thinking maybe okay, you know, first game, tough. So our weak spots are going to be a little bit weaker. So hopefully next week we can do something different with the protection. You know what I'm saying?
You know what's why this is important? Because it does not matter. It does not matter who y'all play, whether it's Houston or Pittsburgh. Y'all gonna have that issue. They coming. They both of them know how to bring it. Like what I mean by that is New England was just literally drawing back and going zero all night. They knew they can get to him. I mean, it was like I was like, this is not fair. This is not fair. Like literally, they were calling zero every passing line. Zero, somehow. Like, and it was just open season on my boy Justin Herbert.
Yeah, he got stretched out.
I mean, like, it's nothing he could do. It's like, okay, I see him coming, but I can call timeout, but I only got 3 of those. I can adjust it, but how am I adjusted? He just got baffled. It just got to the point where I was watching it and I was just saying to myself, I can't watch this no more. I can't watch it no more because they can't do anything about it. Jake, you there? You saw it. You saw it, Jake, and it was like, oh, he finally caught up with us. Jake, where Jake at? Oh, Jake, he's still trying to get on the womb. Jake, you there?
Another thing I see, I don't know.
He ran out of charge.
Another thing I see with our offensive line, though, Swag, is like we have weaknesses. I feel like all over the line, but the protection I see, it doesn't just crumble like from throughout the whole line every play. So I feel like at least the saving grace is okay. They might get to it sometimes, but sometimes there's going to be space, like we see last night for Drake May to evade and get out the pocket. You know what I'm saying? And make those big boy run plays. That's what's going to come down. He's going to have to make those plays. I see it now. Drake May is going to have to make those big boy runs, escaping sacks plays for us to continue driving, extend drives. That's the only reason why we was extending drives. He was getting out the pocket and using his legs. So he's going to have to do that next week too.
SLT, I'm going to tell you something. The next, when you get into the divisional rounds, they're going to cover every gap. They're going to make sure Drake May stay in the pocket. That's the whole point. I'm just telling you, I come from a running quarterback, man. And I seen Mahomes break people back, bro. And they just got to the point where they're like, hell no, we're going to put a spy on him and we ain't let him do it no more. I mean, because he would break your back, and Drake May was breaking their back last night. You know, if it's Houston or if it's Pittsburgh, they're going to cover those gaps. And they're going to say, no, stay in the pocket. And do it that way. The reason I'm bringing this up is because from this point forward now, if you don't see what's going on, if you play Pittsburgh or Houston and you win, you know you're probably going to be playing next, right?
Yeah. I think it's going to be New England and Buffalo.
I mean, so if New England, I mean, if Buffalo beat Denver, because I'm not saying Denver fans don't start sending me messages and stuff. I'm not saying Denver's going to. I'm just saying that's a possibility, and if that's a possibility, you do. This is why I say SL2. This is why I say this. You guys are in the same place that the Jags crew and Mr. White is, and you and King say both. have been talking cash in, and you was on here yesterday talking shit about Josh. And did you see Josh yesterday?
Nah, yeah, nigga was turning up, man.
don't say the N word. Don't ever say the N word. But let me ask you a question. Did you saw him, right? You saw him, right? You saw why that whole panel was like, what are you talking about? Like,
I mean,
Josh. I mean, like,
yeah, Josh, you a dog.
I mean,
I ain't gonna lie.
not true. He did his thing. He did his thing.
He's a great. What do you mean he did his thing?
But it's kind of
he
expected.
He did his thing.
It's expected, though. It's expected.
He balled every year in the playoffs.
So not new. I'm sorry, JB, you were on the show yesterday when SLT was saying basically Josh ain't really did that much in the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean he hasn't. I mean he's. I mean, dude, he's the most polished quarterback besides Pat in the playoffs.
And that's
right?
what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
This is Josh
he's the most.
talking about.
Yeah, the NFC is consistently somebody else. In the AFC, it's always the same pack. I mean, that's why, they have the eliminated photo and the conversation is what do you say about, Josh if he can't make it? And, I mean, it's expected of him to not only make it when Pat's there, but definitely when Pat, Lamar, Burrow.
That's what I'm saying. So if the Denver beat him or if we beat him, then what is it?
No, if you do that, if Denver beat them or you beat them, or New England beats them, right?
Whoever beats him, I mean, it's the same conversation about Burrow being removed once again from the playoffs and everything like that, because Burrow is really just living off of a Super Bowl appearance from 21. So the same conversation that you have about that, you're going to have to bring up about Allen. Like, wow, okay, not only is he not making it past the gatekeeper, but he ain't even making it when he's not there, and a list of quarterbacks ain't there.
So that's what we were saying, but I want to hear from Joe. Joe, what's going on? You've been hearing everything that's going on. What's going on, Joe?
Yep, how are you? I'm feeling amazing since the Jags lost. I was so happy. Best Christmas present ever.
Not ever, it's funny because I have so many messages got hit me yesterday, and people were like, "Oh God, I can't wait to be on your show tomorrow." The Jags lost, stuff like that. But that's what happens when a fan base just talks so much shit. I mean, like, you don't get people to like you; you get people to dislike you. I mean, like, it's crazy. Even when I don't know about JB, but even when I hear people talking insane, crazy shit about the Chiefs, I'm like, stop, just stop doing that. Like, that doesn't make me feel better. I mean, like, it's because you're glossing them, and then things that you're saying are not even true. So go ahead, Jordan. I know you want to say something about it.
Oh, wait, just quick, real quick, Jordan. I was just about to say, the last thing I just had to say was as much, shit as people talked about my quarterback and my offense, this weekend just showed me that everybody's a little bit more on our level than they thought they were.
Yeah, that's a hell of a point right there, Joe. That's a hell of a point. I mean, because we kept trying to tell people, Joe, hey, this damn playoffs is kind of equal. It's not really nobody just separating themselves from each other. So, I'm gonna be honest with you. If I was in the NFC, I'd be afraid of San Francisco. I'm telling y'all now.
Absolutely.
Watching the Jaguars game, me sitting there watching that entire game. I mean, Chuck Norris was great. Yeah, he had 3 touchdowns, but in the end, it just come down to that last play. He just couldn't get it done. And that's my thing. It's just like, Mr. White. I know Mr. White likes to criticize my team and say we don't have an offense, we don't have this, we don't have that, and Jazz, you like to say my quarterback is dog shit. But what is your quarterback? That's my point.
Exactly. Now, I remember when they berated me for saying that the Texans were going to get 13 wins at the beginning of this season, and we ended up with 12.
Yeah. But like I said,
the fact of the matter is, you can talk football or you can talk fandom. You know what I mean? It's listen, I've been on Steeler panels, and I've gotten headaches on Steeler panels. You know what I mean? Like, I was on one Steeler panel, Hey, Swag, I know you can hear me. You gonna crack the fuck up when you hear this. I was on one Steeler panel, dog. Dude was trying to argue that Roethlisberger was better than Elway. And I'm like, come on, man. I'm like, yo, come the fuck on, dog. I'm like, listen. I'm like, yo, it's one thing to be a fan, but come the fuck on, man. Are y'all serious right now? Listen. Like I said, I've been on Steeler fans. And the whole time I was on the panel, I was called a hater. I was called, and I'm a Steeler fan. I'm a diehard Steeler fan. But if I speak football to certain people in certain fan bases, they don't understand it. Two, they don't want to hear it because they want to talk fandom. And I tell everybody all the time, like, you want to talk fandom? I can sit here because I actually saw 4 of the 6 that we won. You want to talk fandom? I can talk about us having the highest winning percentage since the NFL AFL merger. I can talk all that fandom bullshit, but that shit is not football. That's fandom. I just urge everybody. It would behoove you to, on a football app, to speak about football and not your personal fandom fucking feelings. That's all.
Coach just said exactly what my show just is. It's just not about that. Now,
Swag, can you hear me?
Yeah, Jake, thank you. Finally, I know you heard what I said. I know you heard me, right?
I heard like bits and pieces of it, but I can already kind of understand where it was going.
I was saying that it wasn't just your offensive line that was exposed last night. It was New England's offensive line exposed as well. It wasn't just look. Both of you guys showed all y'all weaknesses. It was glaring. Now I know what the narrative is going to be, and I'm gonna tell y'all all right now. I can hear it already. In the offseason, JB know what I'm talking about. I can hear it already. That your quarterback Justin Herbert is a choke artist. Yep. I'm telling you, it's coming. I mean, like, he's a choke artist. He sucks. He can't. Matter of fact, somebody would text me. I forgot who it was. Texted me last night and said Justin Herbert is just not good in the playoffs. This dude is running for his life.
here's the thing, Swag, is it already happened minutes after the game ended, and the thing in which what it is, I'm just more frustrated, disappointed, disgusted, and just I right now I'm not bought in. I'm not bought in right now for the moment. Doesn't mean I won't be bought in at some point, but right now I'm not. And the problem is because the way in which we set the game plan, more than anything, is why we didn't attack a bottom 5 defensive line. Why did we not attack up on the run?
Look, and I got Jake though.
Hold on. Let me finish.
And so at that point, what that leaves me to believe is Greg Roman is a fucking terrorist for that, because you have the inability to compromise. You have the inability to change up your playbook, which isn't fucking working. And on top of all of that, like, nobody in this Chargers organization, unfortunately, from a Charger fan perspective, is safe right now, because the curse continues to happen. It's not going to go away until it's proven otherwise. I have to see it from the off season. I have to see it from the draft, but I also have to see it from the results. Forget about the regular season. When you're in the playoffs, just like you said, Swag, it's a completely different narrative. And right now, the narrative is Herbert can't get it done. This team is overrated. This team doesn't seem to want to actually play for it more. And I'm so disappointed because the defense laid everything on the field and they didn't get help. They did not get help from the offense whatsoever. So now, here's what I'm left to do. And this is an uncomfortable position for all of us Charger fans. Justin Herbert is not a top 10 quarterback in my eyes until proven otherwise. I know people are going to repel from that. I know people are going to repel, but I don't care. I really don't care. Because
Jay Reed, all these guys record his show. They record the show, Jake.
I get it, guys. I know that that's uncomfortable to really let that sink in, but he's not, because right now.
Yo, hold on, wait a minute, Jake. It's not uncomfortable for us. We've been telling you this shit.
Hey, Swag.
We've been explaining the whole time, this whole year about the injuries.
Hold on. My point is not done yet. I get it with injuries, but when does injuries stop becoming a fucking topic? It's the NFL. It's inevitable. You fight to win the fucking games. 100%. And on top of all
my
that,
team has had ACL problems and all that stuff, but it's never stopped.
But JB,
We've had injuries.
Bowls. You have the bowls.
Right.
But Jake though too.
We don't.
Right. I know this. We've been saying this to you. You're finally coming to a realization after last.
It's not finally coming to realization, JB. I've been a fan since I was 7. I have said this multiple times that when it comes to Dean Spanos, dude, you cannot be cheap on anything. You have $101 million in cap spending this offseason.
All I'm saying is week 1, week 2, week 3. Week 3, there is a different beat in your drum, is all I'm saying.
Hey, yo, hold on. Jake. Wait a minute, Jake. You have to admit, Jake. Wait a minute. And I want you to be honest with me, Jake. Be honest with me, Jake, because we all been on panels since the offseason. Be honest with me, Jake. You've had a dash of bias when it came to San Diego, when it came to the Chargers this year. You had a dash of bias in you. Don't say you haven't. You've had a dash, right or wrong. You had a dash of bias in you.
But in the last 2 weeks, did I have the Chargers in the top 10? Did I have them in there?
Hey,
there's only 14 teams in the fucking playoffs.
You mentioned about them attacking our D line. Like we had multiple injuries throughout the D line, you know, that people came back, you know, within like the last 2-3 weeks. Before week 10, bro, we had the number 1 rush defense in the league, bro. Then we dropped to 29th after you know we lost a few key guys. So they tried to they tried to, you know, run between the tackles, run outside the tackles. I mean, it worked a little bit, but for the most part, you know, they was getting stuffed.
But the thing about it is that yes, it does hurt in one way that Amarian Hampton still hasn't recovered from the ankle injury, and it showed, and he only had 2 snaps in that game. So he had to rely on Kamani Vidal to end up running the football. And he had spurts where he was getting the cuts, all the rest of it. But it still doesn't eliminate the issue that is still a major problem. It doesn't eliminate it. And what happens is that when New England wins the time of possession game, our defense gets tired. Our defense can't do any more fucking work. It just happens.
Here's the question I always had. I had this from the very beginning when y'all did this hiring. I didn't understand why you got Greg Roman anyway.
I don't either.
The debacle at Baltimore, I was like, what you getting him for? I mean, like.
But the thing is, it was funny because a close friend of mine in the industry who covers the Ravens basically said it best. If we don't hold Lamar Jackson to the upper criticism under Greg Roman's play offense, then neither is Justin Herbert. Because Lamar had to deal with the same bullshit. And on top of all of that, who do you hold accountable for that mistake? Which is why that nobody is safe from this. And the only reason is because Harbaugh has to come to realization this is not what it once was in the game of football. The evolution of offense has changed. It's more creative. It's more dynamic. It's more catered toward what your quarterback's strengths are. And right now, that's not working. And Greg is too stubborn to move away from that. Now, the only test is if Jim Harbaugh is willing to have the whole meeting, and it's going to involve a few people. It's going to involve Justin in that room. It's going to involve Greg in that room. But eventually, I better hope Greg Roman is fired in the next few hours, because that right there just goes to show you we are failing this kid. And on top of it,
yes, there you go. There you go. Okay, go ahead.
but on top of that, Justin, this is where a lot of people, like I had a lot of comments that said Herbert is not to blame for this loss. Herbert's not safe for me either. Because here's my problem. You are paid $52.5 million per year. You have every right to go and look at your offensive coordinator, and if something is not working, that is not catered to your strength, you can tell him to take that playbook and shove it up his ass and go and take matters into your own hands and look at Jim Harbaugh and said, we are winning this game and we're going to win it one way or another, even if it means it has to be my way. Because how many times have we seen this with Josh Allen, where Josh Allen had to improvise? How many times did we see Aaron Rodgers give Mike McCarthy the finger because the offense wasn't working? Like you there are times where you, as a leader,
And
you do have to speak up. And yeah, it can be confrontational, but such is life. We're dealing with confrontations almost all the time, but it's matters of how does this get resolved?
Look, I'm gonna be honest, and Swag, thank you for bringing me on. Charlie Heck might be the worst tackle I've ever seen. And I know, you know why I know that? Because the Texans fucking drafted him. He's horrible. And I watched Blake Fisher play football. He's horrible. You know what, Swag? You know what the worst part is? You know when they do the player introductions on Sunday Night Football? You know when they do that? Every single one of those fucking linemen were ranked last. It was like 62 at 63, 32 at a 33. They're fucking horrible. I saw this man, Trey Pipkins. Bro, Milton Williams was doing a bull rush. Trey Pipkins busted a move, and he just didn't know where he was going.
Nope. Well, which is why that we have to be completely honest with where this goes, and we need to figure this shit out right now. Because Pipkins, thank you for your services, but you're gone. Like, you don't have it in the tank anymore. You're already outdated at this point. Bradley Bozeman, I better not see that motherfucker on the starting line ever again. Because if I do, that's a real problem. This dude has not been the same center at all since his days in Baltimore. There's a point where you have to set the line when it comes to nostalgia, because we get caught up in that shit all the time. There's no time for nostalgic narratives. There's time to play football. And if you're not playing football and executing, you're not making this cut. Like, you're not making the team. You're not making the cut.
How long has just been in the league? 7 years now?
Yeah.
Didn't Bozeman, wasn't he supposed to retire?
So he sure as hell should think about doing that.
I thought he had like a heart thing. I'm thinking something.
No, that was Corey Lindsley.
Oh, Lindsley. Yeah, Lindsley was okay. Lindsley was good.
Let me tell both of y'all something real quick. In 7 years, how many coaches y'all had?
In 7 years?
Mm-hmm.
We have only had. So
I know Brandon Staley was one, right?
Staley was one. Jim Harbaugh's one. Anthony Lynn was one. And you probably would say right on the cusp, Mike McCoy.
So
Mike was the 8th year.
So y'all had 3 to 4 coaches while Justin Herbert was quarterback, right?
Yep.
So I'm just gonna tell y'all like this.
And 4 different offensive coordinators.
The next time I see y'all on the panel, next time I see a Charlie family or somebody on the panel saying Justin Herbert is garbage, I'm gonna bring that point up, because the reason why I bring it up is because I got a strong arm. I can play football.
Yep.
I got all the attributes to be a good quarterback in the NFL, but I'm not. Now, I'm not saying for 1 minute that Justin Herbert have a lot of leadership skills. Because that's what you're talking about, Jake. You talk about leadership skills when you say this shit ain't working, I'm doing my own thing.
Yeah.
That's a different thing right there, because that's true. That is needed, and he just don't have that personality. That's not his way. He rather lead by example. But
I get that.
But when he gets in that huddle, let me show you something and I don't want to change this to Philadelphia, but let me show you something. I watched the Philadelphia Eagles yesterday run the same play 5 times in one drive.
Yep.
5 times in one drive.
Yep.
And when you see Justin Herbert goes through sometimes the same thing, but not necessarily the same play, but the same type of play. And I'm saying, okay, the play didn't work the first time, Roman. What makes you think it's going to work this time? I'm looking at 0 across my face every time I go to this line of scrimmage. And as a quarterback, I got to know, this is 0. They're bringing the world at me right here. This play either going to work or it's not going to work. You ever notice that when a quarterback gets up to the line of scrimmage, y'all hear him say, we good, because he didn't got it all figured out on what they're getting ready to do. You don't hear Justin Herbert say that, because Justin Herbert is looking like, this is 0. This play is not going to work. I'm going to be running for my life. But he don't say anything. He'll just run the play. Have you ever, when is the last time Justin Herbert audible? Like, when is the last time he
not
said
one
this?
time.
Like, whoa,
I ain't never seen it.
And then you see him say, oh, no, this ain't working. I'm audible into this, guys. I mean, hey, guys, we're doing this. I mean, you don't see it. He just runs the play, man.
That's the Greg Roman effect.
He acts more as a good soldier than he does of actually putting himself. When you want to lead by example, speak up. You're paid $52.5 million to do so.
I agree with that, Jake. I think he should. He's gonna have to if he want to be. If he's gonna be known as a good quarterback in the league. Because right now, you're right. That's what everybody's seeing, man.
Can I get an example real quick, if I may?
Froggy.
If you watched some Texans game last year, Swag, Bobby Slowick never let C.J. Stroud do that either. Bobby Slowick did not let C.J. Stroud have audibles this year. No, and I know the offense isn't great this year. It's probably below average, but at least Nick Caley allows his quarterback to call audibles and call out line protections in the mic on the field.
Yeah.
Bobby Slowick, he is in the same type of, I'm not going to say the word Jake said, but he's in the same type of level of bad play caller as fucking Greg Roman is.
I like Jake take, man. I like this take on that.
I'm not going to say that.
But Greg Roman, the problem is him and Chip Kelly are just identical.
Yeah, but
Chip Kelly would do the same shit.
You're also speaking upon an intangible for a quarterback that not every quarterback has. Not every quarterback can see the game while they're playing the game. Right? Not every quarterback can identify what would work and what wouldn't work while they're playing. You see what I'm saying? So it might be some validity to why they don't let them make audibles and stuff like that. It's because maybe during practices they might give them shots at it, and they're not able to see the game as they're playing the game. I know that's a huge intangible that separating Manning, it separated Brady, it separated Rodgers, Montana, all the greats. All the ones that we put the word great in front of was a great quarterback. They had the intangible of being able to see the game while they're playing the game. That's why when a bullshit ass call came in through their helmet, they be like, nah, fuck that, I ain't running that. They be like, I ain't running that shit. That shit ain't gonna work. Because they're able to see the game as they're playing the game. Not everybody has that intangible.
I mean, so yeah, and the coach is right that every coach, I mean, every quarterback doesn't have it. Jalen Hurts doesn't have it. He don't.
That's the reason why that I said what I said. You're not a top 10 quarterback in my eyes if you're not doing that. Because right now, you are now solidified as just a regular season stat merchant. That's what you're solidified at. Because the problem is, I just sit here and basically say, every analyst, every outside perspective is right. They're right. They are. And that's what sucks. Because here's the thing. In the end, look what's going to happen, Swag. And it's already happening. Caleb Williams got a playoff win. Trevor Lawrence has a playoff win. Drake May, in a playoff debut, has a playoff win.
Yep.
And who knows what's going to happen in Denver with Bo Nix. Bo Nix could potentially have a playoff win. Doesn't that put fire in your belly to fucking fix this shit?
Jake, to be honest, I'm gonna be honest with you, dog. And you might not want to hear this, but you probably already realized it. The Chargers have, I don't know, y'all might be having the same Babe Ruth type of curse go. I don't know if y'all made a trade or did something stupid back in the day, but if you think about it, you guys have had 3 quality franchise quarterbacks since the fucking 80s. You've had Dan Fouts, you've had Phillip Rivers, and now you've had Justin Herbert.
But I'll be honest.
But listen, and this is the craziest shit about all 3 of them. All 3 of them were great during the fucking regular season, and all 3 of them would not get it done in the playoffs. Like, that is just some ironic shit. Because it's some ironic shit because it's really crazy because I'm talking about 3 separate fucking eras of football. Y'all keep acquiring franchise quarterbacks, but it's the same fucking results. And it's not the same coaches. The only thing they have in common is that they're on the same team. So I'm trying to think. Did y'all fuck up somewhere back in the day that y'all got a roof put on y'all?
Y'all tell you something. Mr. Casey said Drew Brees too.
but that's what I'm saying.
We ain't gonna talk about how y'all just gave up on Drew too early. We ain't gonna talk about that.
Well, yeah. It's the truth because once again, what happened with Drew Brees? That's the similarity that's happening to Justin Herbert. No offensive line help. It's what fucked up his shoulder at the initial start of it, and they all were saying, Drew Brees, he's going to be damaged goods. But Sean Payton revived his career because they did it right. And he won a Super Bowl up from that point and most deserving of it. And so now
Ryan Leaf. Why was y'all bringing Ryan Leaf over Drew Brees?
Well, no, because
they're all terrible.
No. See, here's the funny thing, Swag. If you want to be honest about it, Ryan Leaf even said it himself in the Rich Eisen show when he said the Colts were really that close to drafting him as a number 1 overall QB. But the only thing that stopped that was the scouting combine. He was not prepared. And that's what ruined it because they had every intention to draft Ryan Leaf and we could have had Peyton Manning. But because of that, I'm glad the Colts changed their mind like that because it does happen. This is why, like, as athletes, you have got to keep your nose clean. You've got to because every situation matters.
I was just going to tell you, but there's only one thing I can say about your team truly because I've seen them play. You know, I remember them having LaDainian Tomlinson back in the day for crying out loud. I mean, one of my favorite running backs ever. Y'all's team has a struggle with the injury bug, and I don't know why. I mean, from Keenan Allen to y'all's tackles to key players. It
goes all the way back to Kellen Winslow.
Yeah, I know, but what I'm saying is y'all just unfortunately have the case of the injury bug. And like Common said, I don't know if y'all owe somebody, you know, like if y'all did somebody wrong back in the day. Just some teams just have that luck, man, and they need to push the extra drive to get over the hump. And unfortunately, y'all haven't found it yet. And
this is part of the reason everyone on the outside, different fans of teams, it's easy to pick on us than it is to feel bad for us.
No, I'm not picking.
It is.
On you.
No, Stitch. I know you're not, but it's the truth. Because nobody did like you think people don't really like the Patriots. They like them. They had a dynasty. You think people don't like the Chiefs? They're good. They've had a history of winning seasons. They do not like us for the simple reason because injury bug, overrated, highly talented, can't get shit done.
I mean, I think
we are brushed off like we don't exist. Like like that's what I'm saying. This shit sucks.
You're not lying though.
It's true. That's why every analyst was right. Every analyst took New England. They're like, they don't stand a chance. They don't do this. They don't do that. Herbert is overrated. He can't do it. When does the train stop?
I can't stop laughing with Swag in the background. I'm sorry.
Because Swag.
I can't stop.
I'm laughing at Swag too because Swag know what I was talking about.
Because this is the thing.
Jake is not lying though. They do get overlooked a lot. And it's not y'all fault, bro. It's
and
not.
You got to remember, we are the only team in our division without a bowl that doesn't consider to be the complete division.
No, Man, bro, I just
Jake, I feel your pain, bro.
I do, bro.
Actually,
I do.
I kind of do, and I kind of don't. But
my
I
finishing
understand.
argument is this: does it change my colors from bleeding the bolt? It does not.
It should.
What it does change is it change my belief this team will get better until I see the results. I am not defending this team until they prove to me otherwise, but that doesn't mean I change my colors.
Hey, Jake,
prove to me you want to win.
Hey, can I finish what I was going to say though? The reason I picked the Patriots, but here's why. I did not pick them because I had no faith in your defense. It's not because I didn't have faith in your special team. I don't have faith in your offensive line and your OC, bro. That is the reason why I picked the Patriots to win.
Which is
last
fair.
night.
Which is fair.
Like your offense is it's inconsistent.
It is.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I was laughing because I just get a kick out of when people that had enough, and you can just tell Jake and had enough.
But I hit every key point.
Yeah, he over it. He over it, and I hear you. I hear you, brother.
But this is also what comes back to the point when we had Mr. White and all of that up and on there. Because right now, we are sitting on potentially Jacksonville having a healthy 5-year build. Do we really want to be pushed into the back seat when that happens? Honestly.
Hey, Jake, how much cap room you said y'all got?
101 million.
Bro, go get some linemen, bro. Go get some linemen and a wide receiver.
Go get a line.
Go get a line.
But that's why I'm saying, because this is why everybody has to come to the table. Because Greg is going to get the gaddle and get him the fuck out of here. Unfortunately, what's going to happen is Jesse Minter might be the next head coach somewhere. And we have to literally swallow that pill. But how are we going to readdress that so our defense continues to be solid? Now, the other thing is, Joe Ortiz, you are not safe from this in one aspect because, number one, I respect how you look at scouting and drafting, but you literally just said in the press conference, didn't we go 11-6? That doesn't matter to anybody. That doesn't matter to anybody until you actually fix the problem. So you're pretty much caught on blast.
I feel
right
it,
now.
Jake. I feel it in your voice.
Right.
Bro. I really do, bro. I feel it. I feel it.
I understand. I feel his pain, bro.
I do, bro. I do.
I swear to you, I'm a Niner fan, and yes, we have won Super Bowls for sure, and been to some.
But by the way, your last Super Bowl was against us, and you manhandled us.
That's what I'm saying. I get it.
I gotta change this. A-Train, you still there?
Yeah, I blame Manti Te'o's girlfriend.
Oh my God, bro.
Whoa.
I did
Too soon, bro. Too soon.
Whoa there.
Where did
guys,
that go?
guys, check this out. I did a take this morning about the Philadelphia Eagles, and my boy Santana just jumped on here. And I want y'all to hear what I got to say, right? Now, here's what I said. Because I know when I said it earlier this morning, a lot of people hadn't jumped on yet. And most people that was jumping on was from Jacksonville. They just wanted to see what I was going to say about Jacksonville, which is crazy to me. But anyway, I told everybody, I was like, from the beginning of the season, when I had very few people on my show or anything like that, I used to have a lot of Philadelphia Eagle fans come up on my panel. They was always that I was a Chiefs fans, JB, so they always thought I was attacking Philadelphia because Philadelphia beat the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. And I was really just telling them, I was talking football. And one of the biggest things that I said is look, guys, it's extremely hard to repeat. It's extremely hard to repeat. And I was trying to tell them the value of your win in the Super Bowl, although you guys see it as a glorious win. We beat the hell out of the Chiefs. We stomped a mud hole in them. I seen that they seen it like that. And I kept saying, y'all do understand, take it down a notch because the Chiefs was trying to win 3 in a row. They had already won 2 in a row. They was trying to do a third one. I mean, so that normally don't work out good in the NFL. It's just not designed that way. And I was telling them, hold on, you guys, we're a dynasty. We're gonna repeat. We're gonna dominate the next 5 years. I was like, whoa, I hear what you're saying. I know you're excited. But you couldn't possibly understand. You do understand that everything's going to get harder from this point on. It's not just the teams that you're going to be playing. It's also the NFL is going to make it difficult for you. Like for instance, no back-to-back home games. The Eagles didn't have no back-to-back home games. It was travel home. And then to top it all off, your entire offense, Saquon Barkley destroying the league last year. You think the league ain't gonna say, okay, no, this ain't happening no more. We finna stop him from running the ball. We ain't finna let Jalen Hurts and him run the ball all over us all day long. And it's a good chance that you guys, because winning a Super Bowl is one thing. When you want to repeat, it's not the talent. It's about the mental now. It's not the talent. The talent is still basically the same. You got to mentally understand that you're a different team, and people are going to be looking at you in a different way. So for them to go out in the first round yesterday, I want to tell all those Eagle fans who kicked me out their panels, told me they didn't know what the hell I was talking about. I was a casual. I got called everything just for telling them you lost 11 guys. It's going to be different for you. You got to come back to this. I didn't get no love. And then they got eliminated yesterday, and all I kept thinking about was, oh, there's no way in hell. Then I'm not going to tell some of these Philadelphia Eagle fans, I told you so.
As you should.
I mean, I told you. Like you called me all kinds of haters. You have no idea. I had so many people sending me messages, calling me a hater. I'm a Philadelphia. I had to go on She's So Dope show and say, I'm not a hater. I don't dislike Jalen Hurts. Stop trying to make him Patrick Mahomes. He's not.
You're not a hater, though, Swag. You're not a hater.
But Swag, let me say, can I say something, Swag?
Go ahead, bro.
About the Eagles real quick. I first of all, you already know, Swag, I'm a Niner fan. Win, lose, or draw. But I'm going to tell you something that I seen yesterday. The Eagles beat themselves yesterday. Now, granted, my team did what they needed to do. But the Eagles beat themselves yesterday. You had dudes, pass interference calls. You had dudes wide open dropping passes. Saquon in the flat, wide open. He runs, that's a touchdown. There's nobody there.
A.J. Brown,
and he drops the ball. Like, I don't understand. Like, I was really quiet leading up to the game with the Eagles, but I kept telling people, it'll be a shootout. It won't be a blowout, but my Niners go win by 3. Because I've been watching the Eagles all season. They've been doing this up and down, up and down. There was reports coming out. Oh, the team is having a barbecue and they're getting together and they look cohesive and they're laughing and enjoying each other. And then all of a sudden you see the coach and the receiver arguing on the sideline. Like what they've been like this all season. That's what I didn't understand with Eagles fans. Like, how do y'all figure y'all been playing up and down all season, and you figure, oh yeah, we hit the playoffs, we gonna turn it on, and then you go up against a Niner team, though depleted, we still got people on that team that has experience in the playoffs. Please don't forget that.
Kevin. I want to hear from my boy Santana because he's probably him and She's So Dope. It's about Tim. There's a couple of them that I really like listening to because they tell the truth. But the rest of them son bitches, they call me all kinds of names. So go ahead, Santana.
Some of the things you pointed out, Kylie, is correct. A lot of it is wrong. When I looked at my Philadelphia Eagles season going into this season, let's start with the thing Swag said. Once we lost our OC that we won the Super Bowl with, and we bought in an OC that has no experience with play calling.
Okay.
First time play caller with a championship team. I already knew there was going to be some bumps in the road. Now, when I'm watching my games, like you're watching their games, and I see, okay, we're starting off slow, giving you grace. We always start off slow with a new OC. We're in the middle of the season, which you can make adjustments in the second half to win games. Now we're getting, because everybody knows real football doesn't start until after Thanksgiving. Now we're getting into the meats and potatoes of the season. Yeah, If you don't get this together, and I made this take multiple times, defense found their identity. We needed one piece, Jalen Phillips. Cool. That's the missing piece that we needed. They found it. Offensively, I said it. If they don't figure it out and get it together, we are not going to go far in the playoffs. We are not going to go far. Did I expect us to lose the first round? No. Especially to a 49ers team that's not healthy. We are in Philadelphia, and the Eagles are 98.5% healthy as a team.
Yep.
So, offensively, there has been a lot of issues. A.J. Brown doesn't like the OC. The OC is best friends with the head coach. Jalen Hurts is trying to make shit happen, and he's doing bad reads. It's a shit show. So once again, when I look at my offense, a lot of those touchdowns and points put up by the offense, they're not made off play calling. It was made off talent. Smitty is talented. A.J. Brown is talented. Saquon Barkley is talented. Jalen Hurts is talent. When you're looking at the team, why are you struggling to move the ball? Fuck the points. You're struggling to move the ball. You're in the top 5 for 3 and outs. 3 and outs. And I said this also as the season progressed. The defense, I have the utmost confidence in y'all. I know what y'all gonna do. Every time the offense takes the field, I get nervous. Because I don't know what I'm gonna get. I can't sit here and tell you, Kylie, Saquon is gonna run the shit out of that rock. Can't tell you that. I can't sit here and tell you, Jalen Hurts is gonna run that ball, or he's gonna make the short passes, or he's gonna throw a couple deep balls. I can't tell you that. I don't know what was gonna be on that field. And then this is my exclamation point. Jake Elliott. Jake Elliott.
The dork.
I'm done.
Jake Elliott. Everybody, this was the question. Santana, you nervous about the Eagles? No. I know what the defense is going to do. The offense, I just don't know what offense I'm going to get, but I'm hoping they'll, hold on enough just to win the game. The only person I'm nervous about is Jake Elliott. He's been missing a lot of kicks from last season going into this season. Guess what's the first thing he did on the extra point? He missed the kick.
I'm laughing. I ain't gonna lie. I started laughing when he missed the kick.
Bro,
when he hit that doink, that was a doink from hell, bro.
When he missed that, I said it. I was like, that's gonna come back to bite them in their ass.
Now, Callie, when we played the Bum Manders game, he missed 3 kicks in one game.
Oh shit!
Listen. I'm telling you, like, I want to share this now because I gotta get. I'm telling you why I got him on the show. JB and A Train. Sometimes this afternoon, we got to get on the phone together. I'm just telling y'all that right now. It's mandatory. Make some goddamn time. Because y'all want I got to hook up my mic and I got to hook up my laptop back to this thing. And I know that's what y'all need me to do. And once the JB told me that and I got home and I got back into the tune of things about 9 o'clock last night.
Damn.
I was like, no, I'm not going to go through this. So we're going to have to sit down so I get it all hooked up. So we have to go next Monday, because when we have this show next Monday, I'm gonna bring it, because I just gotta bring it, because now this is the part of the season, guys. Santana, all you guys. See, I became friends with Santana talking to Philadelphia fans. That's how we became friends, because Santana would hear some of my takes and like, hold on, guys, he ain't 100% wrong here, and people would just crash out on me. Jacksonville fans just wanted to come on the show because they thought I was hating on them when I kept trying to tell them, you're not ready yet. You're not ready yet. But they don't listen to kind of shit like that. Now I'm going to say it again on my show, loud and clear for people to hear me, Chicago fans. You're not ready yet. You just beat Green Bay in grand fashion. I loved it. This is the Rams. Little bit different. Just trying to get you to understand. Your coach coming there coaching that shit like he did against the Rams.
Hey, Swag, I got one question before you continue. One question. At what point of that game did you know Philly lost the game?
Okay, that's a damn good question, too. That is a damn good question. When I have to put it in the text message, you can ask Brandon because he's in the text. I put it in the text. I said, when the Eagles scored. No, I'm sorry, the 49ers scored a field goal. I forgot what point it was, but it was like the third quarter. And I said, and I put it in the text message. All the 49ers have to do is score a touchdown.
Mm-hmm. That's the same point I knew when we lost.
This game is over because I knew Philly couldn't score a touchdown. I knew it.
Correct. Because I'm gonna tell you, once Quinyon Mitchell got 2 interceptions. Philly they were on the drive to score. Once they did not score they scored 3 points off 1 turnover. Once they did not score 2 touchdowns on those turnovers, I'm like, we gonna lose this goddamn game. Because I was like,
it got to a point where it was obvious because I think Jalen Hurts threw for like 80 yards in the first half, and he threw for like 67 or something like that.
Correct. So Swag.
When I seen they couldn't move the ball to get into scoring position, I was like, this is. I actually put it in the text. I kept saying, I was like, this game's over. All they need to do is score a touchdown in the 40 minutes.
Yeah. So they ran that special play, scored a touchdown, and I'm like, we gonna lose because I know my team. That OC does not have a bag in his arsenal for a 2-minute drill to score quickly. He's not gonna do it.
Salah saw that too.
He saw it. It was easy to see.
Saw it. Kylie, it's not hard to see.
Yeah, you're right.
Hey, Swag, you want to know a devious stat?
You're right.
What's that?
This is really devious. You want to hear it? Juwan Jennings has the same amount of playoff passing touchdowns as Justin Herbert.
That's crazy.
Hell yeah.
Wait, bro.
Hey, Swag.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
I made it to your show. Are you proud of me? I didn't think I was gonna, man.
I'm sorry.
Thank you so much. You made it to the end of the show because
I did too. But did you agree with what I had to say about the Niners? How you could make a playoff team out of their injured players?
Man,
you could. And if Shanahan don't win Coach of the Year, somebody fucked up, man, because that guy did a great job with nobody.
Let me explain.
Ain't nobody on that team, and they're great.
I want to finish my show with this because I said it earlier on the show, but I think it just kind of grates you guys' ears. But I'm gonna say this on the show. Y'all can go read the article yourself. Read the article. Read the report from Devontae Adams' press conference, and he's telling you what happened right before the Rams took the field to win the game against the Carolina Panthers. Now, I don't know what you guys call an MVP and this and that because I hear a lot of things about.
You're talking about what he said, right?
Yeah, Drake May did nothing to push me forward last night. When Matthew Stafford, so they understand the whole concept. Let me give y'all the background of it. I just hurt my finger and I look horrible on 7 straight possessions. Really, well, horrible on 4 straight possessions, right? I just don't look like myself. You're overthrowing people. You're underthrowing people. You bad reads. Hell, it's just crazy stuff. And for that man to just sit there knowing my finger is giving me issues, knowing that the game is on the line, and look at his receiver and say, let's go take these motherfuckers hard. Come on, bro. That's all world kind of stuff. Like
that's how you win.
I mean, that's how you win. That's why he has a Super Bowl ring. Why he ain't been an MVP, I don't know.
Bro, he's good. He's good with that no look pass, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Yes.
Yeah, he's really good at that no look, bro. That's
listen, I just wanted to comment before Swag left on the Coach of the Year thing, right? You got to take a look at this. If they did not give Dan Campbell Coach of the Year, and he had 22 of his 53 players on IR and finished 15-2, they're not going to give it to Shanahan.
And here's why.
I get it. They'll give it to Vrabel or something.
Here's why.
They're giving it to Vrabel or Cohen.
They're going to give it to Ben Johnson. That's who's going to get it.
Correct. You think so? Yeah.
But hold on. Let's get. I know Coach wanted to comment on that, but let's get back onto y'all. Understand the magnitude of what I'm talking about.
Yes.
You to have that kind of confidence in yourself, knowing that your ass is hurt, knowing that your team needs you, knowing that you didn't expect Carolina to even play like this, and then you go on the field, and not only do you drive them down the field, And I'm sorry, everybody goes, "Well, you glazing Matthew Stafford," or you're not understanding, you're not comprehending what I saw, because I saw this guy, bad finger and all, say what he say, come in the game, and then why just to add to it? I'm gonna throw a no look on it, just so you know I'm not playing around.
Hey man,
Swag. To piggyback off, Swag. To piggyback off what you just said. That's not the exact same words, but that's the same things Antonio Holmes told Ben in the huddle on the very first play of that last drive. And his exact words was, "I don't give a fuck what the play is, just give me the ball." Right. That were his exact words. "I don't give a fuck what the play is, just get me the ball."
No,
and Ben proceeded to do so.
This is the playoffs, bro. Like, the players are going to play hurt. Even Trent Brown said it. He goes, "Look, I'm not 100%, but I'm playing." Like, this is the playoffs. Like, you're only going to get one chance. Like, literally,
that's it, man.
You only get one chance.
Hey, Swag, buddy.
Swag, that's the heart of the champion, man.
I'm excited for tonight's game, bro.
Matthew Stafford last year. I'm telling you, he's acting like it's his last year. He's not saying anything about it.
No, not at all. Froggy, I know you heard that though, because he did say that. That was crazy.
He did. He'll give you the damn ball.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm excited for tonight's
guys.
game.
The deal with Stafford, though, the things that everyone always says, about Patrick Mahomes, how great he is, and he's doing all these weird passes and no look shit. Stafford's been doing that forever. I keep telling people. He's been doing that same shit that they talk about Mahomes all the time forever. He just hasn't, won as many bowls.
Nobody recognized.
As far as throwing the no-look passes and shit, it's been that way for his whole career.
No.
He was on the Lions, though.
The reason why, because the first person brought it to my attention when Mahomes first threw the no-look pass against Baltimore. I had never seen it before. But Aaron Rodgers is the one that brought it to my attention. Aaron Rodgers said, Matthew Stafford has been doing that shit for years.
Yeah, he was just on Detroit. Nobody cared.
No, well, hold on. You can say that, but there was a Detroit game, I want to say the Browns, where he got hit hard. I think he even broke his collarbone. And he literally told the trainers to get away from him because he was going to go finish. Like, he did not want no attention.
Stafford's a tough man.
Tough son of a bitch. So y'all got to understand something. Out of all the things I seen in the weekend, out of all the craziness I seen over that weekend and what I'm going to see tonight, that to me just stood out because I'm serious, guys. He did not just drive them down the field. This dude was throwing no-look passes. I'm like, this dude, are you crazy? Like, no, I know what I'm doing. I got this one. And yeah, he almost threw an interception. Somebody said that, if Puka Nacua don't break up that pass, right. And I was just sitting up there thinking about,
I told you that, Swag. I said if he didn't break up that pass and turn into a DB, that would have been.
Yeah, that was a hell of a play by Puka. I'm not even going to lie, bro.
I'm going to be honest with you. That was one of the best defensive players from a receiver that I ever seen.
Yeah, seriously. No doubt.
So I'm going to tell you something. I seen Montana on series drives winning in the Super Bowl almost early step to drop. Hit them right in their hands and they drop it. But you don't catch it. If you don't catch it, you make those guys heroes because they're going to burn your ass on the very next play. And you gotta find a way, because it did hit his hands. Find a way to bring that interception in so you can end Matthew Stafford. And now what you've done is gave him new life.
There is one person in that Rams game that I think deserves a lot of credit for what they did. It is Mike Jackson. Mike Jackson was a corner. The past 2 years has been on 4 separate teams. Mike Jackson against the Rams had himself a career game.
Arguably one of his best games of his career.
No, it's the best game. What he did against Devontae Adams, I know Devontae had some success, but what Mike Jackson did against him and Puka was great, and especially with J.C. Horn in concussion protocol. Mike Jackson stepped up. They were one. I'm sorry, Swag. I gotta bring up old PTSD. If Jimmy Horn didn't drop that damn ball, that game would have been a lot more interesting. I was in that live after the game, and Swag was frustrated.
Why'd you? He should have went low.
He was not happy.
He should have went low and caught that, bro.
He should have went down. He had field goal range.
And I'm gonna tell y'all something else. There was a player on the 49ers yesterday that I gotta say I don't even know his name. This dude came off the practice squad. Not even a couple of weeks ago. He made 11 tackles in that Philadelphia.
Well, yeah, the linebacker.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, that guy's great.
All right, so I gotta go.
I gotta go with you guys.
Hey, if any of you fellas get the news before me that Kevin Patullo get fired, invite me to every live so I can know because I'm at work.
So guys, I will actually be on here tomorrow talking about the winners. I talked about the losers today. I'll be talking about the winners tomorrow.
Tonight's gonna be exciting, Swag.
You guys take it easy. I'll see y'all tomorrow morning. Today around 2:00, JB A-Train. I'm gonna call you, JB, and then we're gonna see if we can get A-Train on the phone. Y'all can get this shit set up. All right.
Peace, Swag. Great to meet the end of your show.
Peace. I'm out.
This non-casual podcast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or reused without the authorized written consent of the Not Move Podcast Network. Thank you, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.